How we communicate. Do you feel happy when you receive a card or email wishing you happy birthday? Communication means sending or getting messages. There are many ways by which we can communicate with the people living in other places. Long ago, pigeons were used to send messages. Sometimes men were sent on foot or on animals to deliver messages. This means took a long time. Now there are many fast and easy means of communication. By post. A letter is popular means of communication. We can buy inland letters and postcards from a post office. We can write our messages on them. We can even write our messages on plain paper and put in inside a stamped envelope. Our letters are carried by buses, trains, aeroplanes, and even ships. They reach our friends and relatives in few days. Urgent letters can be sent through speed post or by courier. This service takes only 1 or 2 days to reach any city of our country. If we want a message to reach someone very quickly, we send a telegram. It reaches in a few hours. Telephone services. The telephone is the fastest means of communication. We use a telephone to talk to our friends and relatives living within the city, in or in another cities, and even in other countries. Mobiles or cellular phones helps us to communicate even when we are traveling. We can also send messages through short messages services, that is SMS. The fax is used to send a written message, a letter or photograph to someone. It reaches instantly since it is connected to telephone line. Computers. Today the computer has become an important means of communication. The electronic mail and internet and means of communication that work through the computer. We can send videos, pictures, letters and book from the computer to another. The internet can also use it to get weather reports and the latest information from all over the world. Mass communication. Sometimes we need to communicate with a large number of people at the same time. We can do so through newspapers, radio or television. These are called the means of mass communication. Satellites. Satellites have made up of communication easier and faster. Satellites pick up television signals from one part of the world and send them to another part of the world. Today it is possible to watch events and as and when they are happening using satellites. E-readers. E-readers are gadgets with the size of a large cell phone on which we can read books. One can download books from the net. These books can be read on an e-reader. Quick recap. We send and receive messages through different means of communication. We send letters through a post office. The telephone is the fastest and one of the most popular means of communication. We can send an email through computer. Newspapers, radios and televisions are means of mass communication. Satellites have made communication easier and faster. E-readers are the size of large cell phone on which we can read books.
They help us. There are many people who help us. A farmer grows food, grains and other crops for us. A cobbler mends our shoes. An electrician repairs electric fittings. A plumber fixes the taps. Let us read about some more people who help us. Teacher. We learn to read and write from our teachers in school. They use charts, models, and maps to make learning easy and fun. We also learn to paint, sing, and dance from them. They teach us to work together and help others. We learn good habits and good manners from them. Our teachers also teach us to be punctual. They teach us to take care of our school, our home, and our neighborhood. How do you celebrate Teachers' Day in your school? Doctor. A doctor works in a hospital or in a clinic. She or he examines people who are sick and tells them which medicines to take. Sometimes when we get hurt, we go to a doctor. The doctor cleans the wound, applies medicine, and covers it with a bandage. The doctor also tells us what we do, what should eat when we are sick. We should always follow her or his advice to get well quickly. Doctors protect us from diseases like cholera and polio by vaccinating us. Every city has a hospital, and big cities have many hospitals. Many doctors and nurses work in a hospital. When a person is very ill, he has to a number of village dispensaries work under a primary health center. However, many villages do not have dispensaries. In such villages, the government sends mobile dispensaries. A mobile dispensary is a van which has a doctor and a nurse and some medicines. This van goes to villages and the doctor treats the sick. Sometimes medical camps are organized for villages. Animals too can fall sick or get hurt. Sick or injured animals are treated by veterinary doctors. We should go to a policeman for help. There are special policemen to control traffic on busy city roads. They are called traffic policemen. The traffic policeman helps the traffic to move smoothly. He ensures that there are no accidents and traffic jams. We can avoid road accidents by obeying the traffic policeman and following the traffic signals. Postman. We know that messages are often sent and received through the post office. Letters are the most common form of sending and receiving messages. Big towns and cities have many post offices. Each post office has many postmen. A postman delivers letters. He collects letters from post boxes and takes them to the local post office. In the post office, he sorts the letters according to the places the letters have to go. These letters are then sent to the post offices in those places. Postmen in those post offices deliver the letters, telegrams, and money orders to their correct addresses. Rain or sun, the postman is on duty. He does an important service by bringing us messages from our friends and relatives. How we travel? How did you come to school today? By bus, car, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, cycle or rickshaw. These are called vehicles. They are also known as means of transport. Different kinds of vehicles carry people and goods from one place to another. We cannot use the same means of transport to go to every place. The type of transport we use will on the distance we needed to and the money we can speed. We go to where? We can travel by car or aeroplanes. Sometimes we have to use more than one type of transport to reach a place. Some of our relatives live in very far off places, maybe in another state or even in another country. We generally travel to another country by aeroplane. Transport is also needed to carry goods from one place to another. Bullock carts, trucks, trains, ships, and aeroplanes are used to carry goods. Means of transport. There are three kinds of transport. They are land, water, and air. Land transport. Some means of transport move on land. These are means of land transport. Land transport is of two kinds, road and rail. We use scooters and cars within the city. When we go to far off places or another city, we travel by bus or train. In Mumbai, people travel by local trains. In Delhi and Kolkata, many people travel by metro train. In villages, Bullock carts, tractors and bicycles are used to carry people and goods. In deserts, camels are used to pull carts and carry people. Elephants are an important means of transport in thick forests. People in hilly regions use ponies and mules as a mean of transport. Water transport. Water transport is the earliest means of transport. Boats, steamers and ships are some means of water transport. Air transport. Air transport is the fastest means of transport. Aeroplanes and helicopters are means of air transport. They cover long distances in a short time. Road safety. Sometimes we walk to school or to the market or to a friend's house. We should be careful while walking on the road. Follow these rules of road safety. Walk on the footpath only. Always words to know. Transport something which carries people or things from one place to another. Subway on underground passage to cross the road. Level crossing place where a road and a railway line cross each other. Always use the zebra crossing to cross a road. Before crossing a road, look right, then left and then right again. Cross only when no vehicle is coming from either side. Obey the traffic lights. Cross the road only when the traffic stops. Keep to the left of the road while riding a bicycle. Always signal before turning. Use overbridges or subways to cross the road. At level crossings, never cross the rail tracks when the gates are closed. Quick recap. A vehicle carries people and goods from one place to another. Land, water and air are three means of transport. Trains, buses, trucks, cars and scooters are means of land transport. Bullock carts, tractors and bicycles are used in villages. Animals such as camels, elephants, ponies and mules are also used as means of transport. Boats, steamers and ships are means of water transport. Aeroplanes and helicopters are means of air transport. We must follow the rules of road safety. All the plus. This is our classroom. How many students are there in this class? Vijay, please answer my question.
There are 16 students in this classroom.
Who is the monitor of this class? Please wipe the blackboard.
The monitor is sick, sir, so he is absent.
Naveen, wipe the blackboard and get the map of India from the staff room. Bring some pieces of chalk also. Our topic today is present continuous tense. Is it clear? Someone please write it on the board. What is Ram doing?
Ram is writing on the blackboard.
Piyush is sleeping in the class. Vijay is wasting his time. Vimal is looking out of the window. I am teaching you English. What am I teaching?
You are teaching us English.
I am trying to teach you English. What am trying to teach you?
You are trying to teach us English.
What is the tense of the verb?
The verb is present continuous. What is our homework for tomorrow, sir?
Write out 10 sentences in the present continuous tense.
How do you do?
Quite well. Thank you.
From where do you come?
I come from Kozhikode.
Tell me something about Kozhikode.
Kozhikode is a beautiful place. My house is near the sea.
You get cool breeze from the sea, don't you?
Yes, Mr. Deepu, we get cool breeze, especially in the evenings.
How far is your house from the new airport?
Our house is only 5 kilometers from the airport.
It is time for you, class. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
The weather is rather warm, isn't it? Yes, it is rather warm. Do not stamp on the flower beds. What can I do for you?
Please give me some flower seeds.
For what?
I want to prepare a garden in my home.
There are no seeds here now. Come next week.
Tomorrow I am going home.
Okay, then come in the evening. Boys, kindly do not play on the lawn.
Captain, what is your next item?
We have speech competition next. Do you want to give a speech?
Wait, what is the topic?
Food problem in India.
Okay, I like that topic. You can give my name also.
Traffic vehicles on the road. Many people help us in our daily life. Teachers help us to become good citizens. A doctor looks after our health. A policeman protects our life and property. A traffic policeman controls the traffic. A postman delivers letters, telegrams and money orders. What we do? All of us need food to eat and clothes to wear. We also need a house to live in. We need money to buy these things. So when we grow up and we have to do some work to earn money. Any work which helps us to earn money is called an occupation. Everyone cannot do the same type of work. We take up an occupation according to our needs and what we can do. People work as farmers, carpenters, cobblers, tailors, fruit and vegetable sellers, laborers, doctors, nurses and teachers. Some people also work in offices. Let us read about in our country. Let's find some common occupations. Farming. In our country, a large number of people live in villages. Farming is their main occupation. They grow many types of crops such as food grains, pulses, sugarcane, oil seeds, cottonseed, jute, tea, spices, vegetables and fruits. A farmer needs flat land and good soil to grow crops. He also needs water to irrigate his fields. This water comes from wells, tanks, canals, tube wells and sometimes rain. Some farmers also rear cattle on their lands. Mining. Nature has given us many kinds of minerals such as iron, coal, mica, manganese and petroleum. These are found deep inside the earth. The digging up of minerals from inside the earth is called mining. It is the main occupation of the people in areas rich in minerals. Different kinds of metals, fuels and chemicals are taken out from minerals. Many occupations depend on mining. Metals are used to make machines, railway engines, bicycles, aeroplanes, buses, ships, sewing machines and cars. Other occupations. Many people who live in the cities working in offices, some their own shops and factories, some make filmmakers. Some people are working their farms. Cattle like farms. Cattle like cows and buffaloes give milk. We get eggs and chickens from poultry farms. Sheep are reared in dry mountains areas. We get wool from sheep. Food for cattle is grown on the farms. Bullocks are used to plow the fields. Many occupations depend upon farming. Cotton grown by farmers is used to make clothes and milk. In some states, cloth is also woven on handlooms by people. Sugar and jaggery are made from sugarcane. Ropes and packing bags are made from the jute fiber. Tea leaves and coffee beans are also grown by farmers. We need oil to cook food. This oil is taken out from the oil fields, such as mustard and groundnut. Some parts of our country have forests. Many people work in the forests. Language is a happy of freedom. Always be save forest. Language is a happy of freedom. Save forest. We are totally here for learning languages. We are totally here for learning languages. Having a day when you just cannot get enough of German. Having a day when you just cannot get enough of German. Visit our GMG Academy. Please subscribe our YouTube channel got motivation German. In Lijo Gishi, Lily. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. I am realistic. I expect miracles. I am realistic. I expect miracles. Talent cannot be copied. It owns the pattern from God. Talent cannot be copied. It owns the pattern from God. You cannot grow when you are too comfortable. Success as how the world you can do it. As stay on track. E embrace the challenge. C learn your mind of self doubt. C create a positive mental picture. Nobody has your back like your mama. Love her while she is still alive. Still love. Keep it smile. Always be. Keep it smile. Be yourself and do your own sting. Be yourself and do your own sting. You have the power to protect your peace. You have the power to protect your peace. Always thank God for all the blessings, especially for the gift of life. Always thank God for all the blessings, especially for the gift of life. The tongue has no bones, but it is strong enough. Be patient. Sometimes people can be stubborn and refuse to see reason, but it's important to remain calm and speak softly. Use dilatory or distracting tactics in negotiations. Suggesting a break or a change of scenery can help to diffuse tension and allow both parties to cool down. Be willing to compromise. Negotiations are often focus on the present and don't let old resentments prevent you from reaching a resolution. Don't let past grievances cloud your judgment. may not work in another, so it's important to be open-minded and willing to try new approaches. What works in one situation? Be flexible. Always be flexible. Do it for your future self. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. Every next level of your life will demand a different you. Every next level of your life will demand a different you. A hug is worth 1,000 words. A friend is worth more. Learn more with GMG Academy. A hug is worth 1,000 words. A friend is worth more. Encourage one another and build each up. Encourage one another and build each other up. Happiness is the only thing that doubles when you share it. Be thankful, be positive, be cool, but most of all, be kind. Open book. Judge me when you are perfect. If not, shut up. Judge me when you are perfect. If not, shut up. Languages of happiness. Language of happiness. In language of happiness. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. Be thankful, be positive, be cool, nothing is stronger than a broken man. Rebuilding. Nothing is stronger than a broken man. Rebuilding yourself. The blessing you wanted and prayed 4 is about to arrive. The blessing you waited and prayed for is about to arrive. Stay hopeful. You never know what tomorrow may bring. Stay hopeful. You never know what tomorrow may bring. Ego is an explosive, explodes without explanation. Ego is an explosive, it explodes without explanation. Happy Hello, May. A new month is another chance. Start fresh, so don't lose hope. Best wishes. Hello, May. A new month is another chance. Start fresh, so don't lose hope. Best wishes. A difference in someone's life. You don't have to be brilliant, rich, beautiful, or perfect. You just have to care. To make a difference in someone's life, you don't have to be brilliant, rich, beautiful, or perfect. You just have to care. There is no failure, either win or learn. There is no failure. The lesson: not everyone you lose will stay, not everyone you trust will be loyal. The lesson: not everyone you love will stay. Talent cannot be copied. It's on the pattern from the God. Talent cannot be copied. It's on the pattern from God. The lesson: not everyone you love will stay, not everyone you trust will be loyal. There is no failure. You either win or learn. There is no failure. I am realistic. I expect miracles. I am realistic. I expect miracles. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Happy Friday. Happy We don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges and difficulties. We don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges and difficulties. I love this feeling of calm. I love this feeling is of calm. I have never met an animal I didn't like. It's a shame. I have never met an animal I didn't like. It's a shame. We wish you a grateful day. Don't be available, be valuable. Don't be available, be valuable. You are more important than you realize. You are more important than you realize. Hearts that beat you the tune of kindness can change the rhythm of world. If you risk nothing, you risk everything. If you risk nothing, you risk everything. If you risk nothing, you risk everything.